Hello students, I am IIT-jee sir, professor at Vector Physics classes Latur. Today we will study about motion in a straight line. So, motion in a straight line. So, in this chapter we will study about number 1, rest. Number 2, what is motion? Number 3, what are the motion parameters? Okay. So, in this chapter, we will study about rest, motion and motion parameters. So, what is rest and what is motion? So, you may say if object does not change its position with respect to time or as time passes, then the object is at rest. And you may say if object changes its position with respect to time or time passes, then that object is in motion. Right, but when object is at rest means with respect to some reference frame, right? So reference frame for rest and motion is very important. तो रेफरेंस फ्रेम अगर आपने डिफाइन नहीं किया तो रेस्ट एंड मोशन का कोई यूज नहीं है, राइट? दैट मींस कि बुक इज एट रेस्ट विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू रूम, राइट? एंड बुक सेम बुक इज इन मोशन विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू मून बिकॉज moon is changing its position with respect to earth or earth changing its position with respect to moon. Likewise, so rest and motion has no meaning if we not define what is called as a reference frame. Right. So rest and motion has no use, you can say, if you are not defining the reference frame. So, what is reference frame? It is a frame from where we define all motion parameters. Right. So it is a frame from where we define all motion parameters. Now what are the motion parameters? Motion parameters are, number 1, we have distance. Number 2, we have displacement. Number 3, we have speed. Number 4, we have velocity. Number 5, we have acceleration and all, right? So these are the motion parameters. So what is rest and what is motion? It is clear, right? And motion parameters means distance, displacement, speed, velocity and acceleration. So now we'll study about distance and displacement. So first motion parameter is distance and displacement. So distance and displacement, if you wanted to define distance or displacement, we have to firstly define the reference frame. And over here I am defining the reference frame as, this is x-axis supposed to be, and this is positive direction of x-axis, and this is negative direction of x-axis. Right. So firstly, let us suppose the object is at origin. That means x is equal to 0 meter पे है at time t is equal to 0 second पे. फिर object x is equal to 2 meter पे गया like this. Supposed to be t is equal to 0, x is equal to 0 पे है and t is equal to 2 second पे x is equal to 2 meter पे है. And after some time it will come backward and it is at supposed to be x is equal to 1 meter at t is equal to 3 seconds. Now see, what is distance? Distance is actually actual path traveled by an object. Now in this case, actual path traveled by an object is x is equal to 0 to x is equal to 2, and then x is equal to 2 to x is equal to 1 meter, right? So x is equal to 0 to x is equal to 2 means 2 meter is the distance, and x is equal to 0 to x is equal to 1 means 1 meter is the distance. So actual path traveled, actual path is equal to, we can write x is equal to 0 at t is equal to 0, x is equal to 2 meter at t is equal to 2 seconds. This is 0 meter, x is equal to, then we have 1 meter, then t is equal to 3 seconds, isn't it? So 0 to 2 meter, actual path is 2 meter, and then 2 to 1 meter, this is 1 meter distance. So in all, actual path traveled is 3 meters. So you can write distance traveled by object is equal to 3 meters. And what about displacement? Displacement of object from initial position to final position. Final position is t is equal to 3 seconds. So displacement is the shortest distance between the 2 points, and x bar is equal to final position minus initial position, right? So over here final position is 1 meter and initial position is 0 meter. So answer आ जाएगा 1 meter minus 0 meter, and we'll have 1 meter as displacement. So this is displacement, right? So now we'll take one example. Let us consider object moves on a circular track from point A to point B of radius, let us suppose capital R. Then find the distance. Find number 1 distance, number 2 displacement. Okay, so now over here actual path traveled by an object is called as what? Distance. So आंसर क्या हो जाएगा यहाँ पर? Distance is equal to actual path over here is half the circumference of the circle. So half the circumference of the circle is 2 pi r. So आंसर हो जाएगा pi into capital R. यहाँ पर अगर capital R is equal to 1 meter हो जाएगा तो pi is the answer. Capital R is equal to 2 meter हो जाएगा तो 2 pi is the answer. Likewise, right? And what about displacement? Displacement is equal to final position x b bar minus initial position x a bar. And over here, if we draw a straight line from point A to B, we have this R and this R. This total distance over here is 2R. So displacement हो जाएगा 2R and distance